I want you to do me a favor. Take your fingers up to your neck and press them just like this. You feel that pressure? That's your heart beating in excitement for the biggest theme park launch in history, because we are now just weeks away from opening day at Epic Universe, and we are so ready, baby. Question is, are you ready?
We've been coming to the Universal theme parks for years, and if there's one thing that we've learned is that these parks will humble you real quick if you're not prepared. Now, we have made our fair share of rookie mistakes, wasting our time, our money, and honestly, a little bit of our sanity from time to time, but this time, things are gonna be different because we are not making the same rookie mistakes that we've made over at Universal Orlando the minute we step into Epic Universe, and after this video, neither are you. Take out a notepad, let's go for a spin.
Close your eyes tightly. See anybody?
No.
It works. No charge.
Now, before we dive into our first rookie mistake, I've got a hot take that you're gonna wanna hear me out. I might get a little flack for this, but it's all right. We're here to tell you the truth. And that is, if anybody out there is telling you that they have secret tips, a master plan for Epic Universe right now, they're lying to you, and it's a load of crap, because this park hasn't even been open to the general public yet. And right now it is going through previews, right? So some folks have visited, but not enough to give you a master plan. Everything we're talking about today are the mistakes that we've made over the years coming to the Universal theme parks, and we learned them the hard way. And kicking it off with our first rookie mistake is not doing EPA. Now, I'll be honest with you, we're typically not your morning theme park people. We'd rather be walking around Universal at 12 a.m. than at 8 a.m., aka HHN hours. But if you want to make the most out of your experience, especially if you're only going to Epic for one day, you're going to want to take advantage of EPA, or early park admission.
Just like over at Islands of Adventure and Volcano Bay and the occasional Universal Studios, if they ever decide to bring back EPA on this side of the park, Epic Universe will also have early park admission, which will grant you up to an hour early access before the general public. And this will start on May 23rd, a day after the grand opening on May 22nd. Now, put a pin in that. We're going to come back to that in just a second. But the available attractions that are going to be available during EPA are Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, Yoshi's Adventure, and Minecart Madness, everything in Super Nintendo World, as well as Stardust Racers in Celestial Park, the grand roller coaster that everybody wants to get on. Now, you don't know how many times we have kicked ourselves in the ass for not taking advantage of early park admission over at Islands of Adventure before moving to Orlando, because that extra hour added to your park day, especially when you don't live here, I mean, it's an extra hour added to your park day. Now, we can't say 100% for sure, but I'm willing to put my hands in the fire to say that this could potentially also make a huge difference, especially during those crowded opening months at Epic Universe. So you might want to take advantage of that. Now, how you actually get into EPA, because it's not, I mean, if it were up to me, I wish that we could just walk up to Epic and go on in an hour early, but that's not the case. And at the moment of filming this, you have to take advantage of a very specific Universal option, which leads us to our next rookie mistake.
Not staying at a Universal hotel, of course. Now, let me level with you and say that I totally understand that everybody has different budgets coming into this theme park. So when we label this as a rookie mistake, we're talking about if the budget permits. But I do want to say you have a lot of options to choose from, which we'll dive into in just a second. Welcome to my lair. Staying at a Universal hotel comes with its benefits for Epic Universe and all the other Universal theme parks as well. Number one being early park admission. Now, at the time of filming, Epic Universe doesn't offer annual passes, so the only real way to get into EPA is by staying at a Universal hotel.
Another great perk of staying at a Universal hotel is the fact that each of these hotels have their own transportation system to the theme parks, as well as City Walk and now soon to be Epic Universe. That is, unless you're staying at the Helios Grand Hotel and you have your Epic Universe ticket, because in that case, then you can just walk on in to Epic Universe, and at that point, you're just showing off.
And speaking of transportation system, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling sore, you just need a quick break from the park, there's no need to hop into a car, waste gas, fight traffic, when you can have Universal take care of you. Now, the beautiful thing is that now that we have the Helios Grand, Terra Luna, Stella Nova, you now have all kinds of ranges at all different kinds of budgets, so you can pick whichever one fits yours.
Now, we're not going to dive super deep into every single hotel, but there are 3 different tiers that you can choose from, starting with the signature hotels, and those include the Portofino Bay Hotel, Hotel, Hard Rock Hotel, Royal Pacific Resort, Sapphire Falls Resort, and the Helios Grand Hotel, which is opening on May 22nd along with Epic Universe. After that, you have the Prime Value Hotels, and those include the Epic Universe hotels that have just opened, as well as Aventura Hotel over by the Legacy Parks. Now, after Prime Value, you have the Value Inn and Suites, and those include the Endless Summer Resorts, as well as Cabana Bay Beach Resort. So something for every single budget. And speaking of budgeting, let's move on to our next rookie mistake.
Our next rookie mistake is not maximizing your budget. And this is one that we have a lot of trouble ourselves still learning from, but maybe you can save yourself. What I mean by not maximizing your budget is not being strategic with your money. For example, if you're going to Epic Universe for one day this year, you know those crowds are going to be hectic. So it might be worth investing into an express pass, spending that extra $200 or so to really knock out everything at once. Or you could go for multiple days, right? By taking that extra express pass money and just going more than once, really soaking up the atmosphere, you get the picture. I mean, option number 3 technically is you can buy multiple express passes and go for multiple days, in which case I have to ask, are you adopting?
But we're not just talking about park day tickets or express passes. You have to remember that this is a brand new park, meaning that everything here is going to be brand spanking new, it's going to be shiny, and it's going to be begging for you to take out your wallet and just spend it on everything. I mean, have you seen the merch? Have you seen the food options that they're gonna have in this park, or the experiences like the Monster Makeup experience? If you have a POW in your group, you're gonna want to literally spend your money on absolutely everything, which is exactly why our suggestion here is to make a priorities list of at least 3 to 5 must-have items that you really want to buy at this park, and maybe then you'll realize that some things might be a little bit more important or higher on the list for you, like eating somewhere in Dark Universe versus eating somewhere in Super Nintendo World, or maybe buying those power-up bands in Super Nintendo World are a little bit higher on your list than buying the wands over at the Wizarding World. The point here is to really have that priorities list so you don't go home with $2 in your bank account. Trust us, you'll thank us later.
Now, the next rookie mistake is not being prepared for the weather.
Yes, especially today, because it has been a hot,
It has been, can you see the sweat?
day.
Let me see if my eyebrows are still there. Okay, we're good.
And we're only in April. It's only
I know.
April.
Can you believe it? Now, I know that this is the rookiest of rookie mistakes, but it just needs to be said because remember, this is Florida.
Yes.
So that means high humidity, high temperatures, a boatload
lot
of
of
rain.
rain.
Like I already see a black cloud floating over there as we speak, and just unpredictable weather all around.
Which, speaking of unpredictable weather, brings us to hurricane season.
Yes.
Now, hurricane season is important to take note of because this
Right.
is going to run from June 1st all the way through November. So all of those Epic Universe opening months are
Right.
going to fall under this season.
course.
Now, this isn't to scare you off at all. There's absolutely no way to tell if a hurricane is or isn't going to be hitting Orlando
Right.
at this point in time, at least. And even when so, it's difficult to actually predict how hard they're going to actually manifest.
Right.
But this is something just for you to know, to have awareness.
Right.
These are the times that it runs through, and for you to at least, at the most, bring some weather-ready clothes.
course, just
just
in
as
case.
backups. At the minimum, a poncho, please. It rains every single day during the summer in Orlando. At one point during
Yeah.
the day, it will rain, and you just
Yeah.
want to be prepared.
Of course.
But we'll get to that in just a second.
Right. And now, besides the hurricanes and all that stuff, and talking about unpredictable weather, believe it or not, in Central Florida, it does get cold as well, especially
Yes.
during those months, I would say from like November to around February, early March.
Yes.
There's some days where it's literally in the mornings, it feels really warm, right? And I would wear like this, like just basically no jacket, no nothing. And at night, it would drop all the way to, I would say, like 50s,
High 40s, low
Yeah.
40s, even high 30s
Right.
at some points. And which is funny because a lot of people think that coming to Florida, it never gets cold. And I mean, if you don't mind just buying a $50 jacket, go for it. But if you have your jacket, I
Right,
mean,
no, taking it.
maximize that budget,
Exactly.
baby.
Which, speaking of maximizing your budget, let's talk about the ponchos because that's
Yes.
something that I feel like we would lean more toward getting yourself a poncho that is from online instead of
Yes.
coming to the park. More
Yeah,
days. I
there's
feel like-
nothing. I mean, we have a ton of park ponchos, and there's nothing wrong with park ponchos. But I'm the type of person that I like a poncho to fully cover me, like in the
like a Star Wars character with a
yes,
fully
sure.
hooded. Yeah.
Okay, cakewalk. But I do like that extra coverage, the like
Right.
military grade ponchos, and those you won't find at the park. The ones you'll find at the park are a little bit smaller. Maybe if you have a
Yeah.
big backpack, they actually like won't cover
Sometimes,
everything
yeah, I
from
see
behind.
your legs will still get soaked from underneath. Which
So
is what
having
it
like
is.
a poncho bought from online, bringing it with you might benefit you.
Right.
Other than that, having kind of like what I have here,
A portable fan, right.
a neck fan,
Right, and as far as clothes is concerned, like outfits and
breathable
stuff,
clothes. I mean,
breathable
we
fabrics, right.
live in athleisure wear,
Right.
but it's because we're always at the parks, baby. We don't
Right.
want to sweat in pretty clothes. Not to say, babe, if you want to wear the prettiest outfit
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
you
going
do
on,
you.
do you.
Do
But just
you,
know
you.
it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be
You're gonna
rainy,
sweat a little.
especially if you're coming for those summer months, and it's gonna
100%.
be cold if you're coming
100%.
for those later months as well. Now,
Absolutely.
Wok, I know that you have something
Oh,
here.
something in
Wok
addition.
wanted to give you a whole presentation.
Let me give you a little
so
presentation.
we're gonna
so
do this here.
kind of like a towel, like a little hand towel. It dries very quickly.
A dry
right?
fit towel. We
Exactly.
actually carry this with us all the
Everywhere.
time, and we're able to put this, for example, if it has rained, we're able to put it
Right.
down on chairs.
On our chair,
we
on
have
the
as
tables.
well a dry bag that we carry our valuables in if you're bringing cameras or things that you really just don't want to get wet. Now we'll link all of this below for you,
If
but
you're interested.
if you're interested, it's something to take a look at, and it's kind of like our cheat sheet. Our cheat sheet. Our
What?
cheat sheet.
I don't know what was
Trouble
going on there.
sometimes.
But the point is that this is Florida,
Yes.
right? So you're gonna deal with all kinds of weather except for snow. So be ready. And
Be
don't be a
prepared,
rookie.
baby. Don't be a rookie. I feel like this goes without saying because it is like rookie mistakes are here. This is below rookie mistake, but please try to stay hydrated, especially with these summer months that are coming up that are going to be so hot, which I actually made that mistake right now. I have a huge headache. That's because I didn't have water, but not just that. Make sure you have water and some electrolytes with you. You got to get that got to get it all in one package. So especially if you get dehydrated very easily, something to keep in mind when you're heading over to Epic Universe.
Now, the next rookie mistake is not having patience, and this one's very important, so let me put things into perspective. This is Epic Universe, the most anticipated theme park opening in decades. And everybody around the globe, including me, my mom, your dad, everybody combined wants to get in here. So most likely, from the opening day through, who knows, maybe November, December, January of next year, it's going to most likely be crowded. We're gonna have very long wait times. It's gonna be a lot. We'll probably have a lot of unexpected delays through rides, crazy weather, people rushing from point A to point B. You get the picture. Point is that the last thing that you want to do is you pay all this money, go with your family, and you expect to have a good time, but you're not patient, and so you ruin your own experience and you ruin it for everybody else. Take it from me, I am the most impatient person you'll ever meet. You can probably Google search my name and my image will pop out of me going like this, crying like a little baby. That's just who I am. So take it from me, have a good time, and get ready, baby, because we're all gonna have fun.
Next rookie mistake is not taking advantage of everything
What
the
is
park
that
has to
accent?
offer.
That should be a rookie mistake in itself.
I'm a Pandora's box, baby. I just got all these accents.
Okay, so not taking advantage of everything that this park has to offer. So if you think about it, there's only 11 rides available, right? And a lot of people are going to take advantage of that. And that means the lines are probably going to get long, but you got to remember there are dozens and dozens of other attractions for you to explore.
Yes,
So don't miss out
it
on
is
that.
not just the rides, which we've actually made this mistake here at Universal when we came for the first
Oh,
time
yeah.
to this park. There are also so many entertainment options, and there's going to be so many entertainment options at Epic Universe, like the How to Train Your Dragon Untrainable Dragon show over at Isla Burke, which has some amazing technology and puppetry that we just cannot wait to check out. Also, over at the Wizarding World, we have Le Suc à Canoe, which is a show, live stage show that is
Fancy.
going to be based off of the Fantastic Beasts films. And I can't wait to catch some of those Fantastic Beasts. We've heard from team members during previews right now
Oh,
that
yeah.
it is an absolutely amazing show to catch.
No, it's going to be incredible. And the other thing, aside from that in the rides, you also have those attractions like the power-up bands over Super Nintendo World, where you can interact with the land, or the magical wands at the Wizarding World, where you're gonna have 14 spell locations, and you can use your first generation and second generation wands.
Accio spell locations, but also you also get to have meet and greets with a bunch of different characters in each of these worlds. So catch us at Dark Universe meeting these amazing characters, but also you get to meet a giant Toothless over at How
I
to Train Your
cannot
Dragon Isla
wait for
Burke.
that.
and Donkey Kong, Mario, Luigi, and
Right.
Super
You
Nintendo
get the
World.
picture.
You get the photo. The photo.
You get the photo.
You get the picture.
We'll tell you
I
and
don't
you
know
get
what's
the
wrong with
photos.
me. I can't speak. But aside from all of the immersion, we cannot forget about the food that we're going to
Of course.
experience in this park, because
Right.
everywhere from Super Nintendo World to Wizarding World to Dark Universe, woo!
Right, you'll probably catch us at Das Steakhouse or Café L'air de la Sereine in Wizarding World. Like I can't.
Café L'air de la Sereine.
Right.
But if any of these things that we just like spat out to you, you're like, wait, what?
Right, 'cause
What
I know
are you
we
talking
just threw
about?
a
We
lot
just
at you.
threw out a lot. Baby, we have a whole hype guide for you to check out after this video, of course. Finish this video first and then go check it out.
Right.
Now for this next rookie mistake, if you know it already, you're gonna be like, that is a no-brainer. If you don't know it, this is gonna be a total game changer for you. This is something you can take care of actually right now, and that is not utilizing the Universal app. So unless you're watching this on your phone, wait for till after the video. But if you have your phone available, take it out right now and download the Universal app. It is free, you don't have to pay anything, and it is going to change your entire park experience. Not just for Epic Universe, but for all the Universal parks, because here you can check wait times, you can purchase tickets, you can place mobile orders, you can make reservations, and honestly, so much more. We can go on and on and on about this, but the feature that I really want you to focus on is the park map. You're gonna get to see here Epic Universe and where everything is located. And if you're a visual person like myself, then you can study every aspect of this park and kind of start to formulate your game plan before you even walk into the park. This is perfect if you're gonna go only for one day and you don't wanna miss an inch of anything that these worlds have to offer. Now, we could go on for hours about everything else with the Universal app, but we can dive into that in another moment. Let's move on to our next mistake. We're walking through New York right now and just visualizing that soon, in a couple of months, this will all be HHN. Cannot wait. But another mistake before we get to our final rookie mistake is not charging your phone, which happens to me a lot. And if you're going to Epic Universe and you either forget your charger phone, like I did, and you're at 23%, or you just want to go from day to night and your phone loses charge very quickly, don't forget a portable charger. Now, we like this type of portable charger that you can just click on here. There's no cords, nothing. Shows you how much charge is left. It tells me there's 19% of a charge left because I forgot to charge the portable charger too, of course. But the point is, remember those portable chargers because you're gonna need them. Let's move on to that final rookie mistake.
Not going into Epic Universe prepared. And what I mean by that is pretty much blind. They don't know
Totally. Like, they don't know
anything about
anything
this.
that is going
They don't know
on.
all of the amazing rides that this place has to offer, the themed food, the theming in
worlds.
general. Right. They don't know anything. They're just like, oh, it's a
But
new
that's
theme
not
park.
you. That's not you.
No,
You're
it's-
prepared.
it's
You're
not
watching
us.
this video.
It's not you. Exactly. So there's a lot of people that maybe go above and beyond. They go onto websites and look up information, maybe some reviews. I will say, quick pause on that, because we're not asking you to go look at spoilers either. Nobody wants
Absolutely
spoilers
not,
here.
no.
But you do want to go and just know what you're walking into so that way you can have the best experience possible.
Right. I mean, there's a difference between, and I totally hear you if you're the type of person that you're like, I just, I want to experience with my own eyes for the first
Right.
time something. I hear you. I don't even like to watch movie trailers because of that. It spoils
That's
the whole
just
movie
weird.
for me. It spoils the movie for me. But when it comes to this theme park and the fact that we've been waiting decades for this.
Wait, have we been waiting decades for this? We've been waiting for years.
It feels like decades. It feels like a century.
But right.
But you
get the
want to know what you're walking into with some information, understanding what the worlds
Absolutely.
are, watching the movies,
Right.
feeling that connection with the
100%.
movies is going to help you feel just that much more connected to the worlds that you're walking into, whether
100%.
it's classic monster movies when you're
Right.
walking into Dark Universe
Or How to Train Your Dragon franchise, or even the Fantastic Beasts to get into the Wizarding World Ministry of Magic. There's
Absolutely.
so much you can do.
The point is of all of this, you don't want to go in unprepared,
Right.
and that is going to make you, if you are unprepared, the biggest rookie of all the rookies of Rookie Land.
Don't be a rookie.
Now, when it comes to all of this, we have a great hype guide. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but we dive deep into every single world when it comes to Epic Universe. We're ranking it from our least anticipated to our most anticipated. You can start with this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next week. Woo! Fitting that we spend the entire day talking about weather and rookie mistakes, and
We're about to get soaked.
it has started to pour. So here we are. Ponchos ready. Let's go.